Can I help you?
Nibbling on the toe again, cat?
No, just like intensely staring like.
Oh, probably treat time. But I'm pretty sure you've been giving it treats very often. Okay, well. Anyway. Welcome back to 175 of the Hypecast. Hello. With yours truly, as always, Sean, aka Hawk525. And yes, Zawa is back as well. So, how's your week been? Let's start off with that.
20 hours in Horizon 2. And
I was about to ask.
I'm not even like moving into the story. I mean, I'm in the second map, I guess. But that's it. Anything story-wise, I'm like.
It's like Fallout, where you're just like, oh, I gotta save my son. Wait, what's this?
And I was like, oh, what's that? What's that settlement?
I know, yeah.
Who are you?
Fucking, what's his face? Garvey's like, I found a settlement needs your help or something like that.
I know, it was like go away. But so far I like the game, and
nice.
My friend gave me this video of like how to improve the game, gameplay wise and like game settings. So like I didn't know there was a it's kind of like a quicker way to cycle through your weapons, but it's
like a weapon
options,
wheel.
But it's but it's off like on default.
Oh wow, what the fuck? Okay.
Yeah.
And then you have to turn that on, and then wow.
So to cycle your weapons in the weapon wheel is faster.
Yeah.
Turn this on. Another good one was toggling if you don't like to hold down your aims for your sniping weapons. So
okay.
I was like, oh, it's. I guess I'll just pretend this is Apex and have it toggled, because I don't like holding when I aim down sight ADS.
Yeah. I mean, I'm very used to holding down as someone who's played Call of Duty a lot, so this is where I am. But maybe I should have it on toggle, so that way like I can like I don't know, have a free finger for like I don't know, pinging or some shit. I don't know. maybe because
it's kind of like user preference. Like
it's just preference.
Toggling.
Definitely preference for sure.
And then the same video pretty much was saying that mostly every side quest that you do in this game affects the main story.
Ooh, okay. So there is a bit of incentive to. Okay.
Yeah. So that's why, like, for me, my friend is doing his run without doing side quests, you know. And then I'm doing every side quest to see what the main story. So when we are finished with the game, we're gonna like compare like what happens.
Right. Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Have like different perspectives and stuff like that. Okay. Like, is it like running all like beautifully and stuff like that and all that jazz?
Yeah, for the most part. I mean, I have it on performance mode over
quality, whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I want my game kind of like smoothish.
Right. You want to run smooth. I think that's pretty much like what everyone has been doing, or most. Like, well, maybe half and half, right? Because I don't know how many people actually care about frame rate versus just looking at the quality of the graphics. Right. But I think like even some games, I forget what game I'm thinking, but some games just don't, on PS5 don't even like show any difference between quality and performance. So you might as well go with performance because, you know, better response and whatever, all that blah blah blah. You know, I forget what game what that was. I don't know. Anyway.
But it's going smooth. It's just there are times where your Aloy's model her collision with the environment ceased to exist.
Oh yeah, I've seen some glitches. Yeah, on Twitter.
Some of them like saved my ass, and it's
really
hilarious.
That's funny.
It's like, oh god, this machine's about to hit me. Get over this rock. Phases through.
Okay.
It's like I did it.
Yeah, I saw Miney Keef's clip of his Aloy like just like standing still, but it's still moving. Like it looks like it's just floating around. It's essentially like, it's like a remote, and then just like this remote, and it just moves around like this all stiff like. So I'm like, oh. I think that's that's the most common glitch, even though it's not like that bad of a glitch. It looks like
it's not game breaking. Like, oh my god, I can't play this game. It's like
it's polished for the most part from what I'm seeing. But yeah, I mean there are going to be glitches for an open world game, of that scale, because it's just how massive quote unquote is. Yeah, it's like Ghost of Tsushima, like open world game.
Yeah.
There's bound to be glitches somewhere because it's so big. Anything else you want to do? Toss in there.
Aloy has how can I say Nintendo, not Nintendo. Nicktoon Fighters hitboxes sometimes.
Oh, so when you grab something, like
yeah, she fucking like magnets to him. Like I'm in the grass and the creature's over here. And it's like before even like you think it before it's like right here. It's like the problem is like, oh, silent kill. It's like, and then you're just looking around.
Hey, you take those, man.
You didn't see nothing.
Yeah,
you didn't see anything.
You take those, dude. You abuse that. You abuse. If it's in the game, you can abuse it, man. Them melee Marth grab ranges.
I guess the last thing is your controller.
Oh yeah.
I can now, I call it the PS5 controller. Like, you had that function like when you're playing like shooting first-person shooter games and stuff. You get to feel like the tension of like
the bow or whatever, or
the bow and stuff. Yeah, you actually do feel it.
Oh wow.
So I'm like, oh,
the haptic feedback does play a part of the
feedback.
Okay,
makes it fun.
Damn. Okay. Yeah,
but what I don't like sometimes because I'm playing at night, all right?
Mm-hmm.
Your speaker in the in the controller, I guess like you can hear stuff.
Oh,
like you can hear the environment, you can hear like the creatures like roaring, or your whatever weapon you're using is actually like making hit sound. So it's like shh. It's like, damn it, right?
Right. Okay.
So I don't know how to turn that off unless I'm not paying attention in the functions.
That's weird. You think it'd be pretty straightforward in the options menu, but okay. Yeah. I mean, then again, like you kind of said, like the weapon wheel is off by default, which that's something that should be on for a game like this, like especially for like like Monster Hunter or something like that. Yeah, like that should be part of the game on that sort of scale. But anyway, anything else you wanted to toss in?
No,
that's pretty much.
Go away from my foot.
I guess like to wrap it up for your end, is the game fun?
Yeah.
To sum it up, okay, yeah. All right. Yeah, it looks like it's been receiving pretty well, for the most part. Although I feel like it might get overshadowed by Elden Ring.
Something.
No, Elden Ring. Yeah.
It's like by something coming out.
Like soon.
In a few hours.
Yeah, in a few hours, like soon, right? So, Elden Ring.
Unless you have the not collect. Yeah, I think
deluxe edition or is it?
Edition? Yeah.
I don't know.
Because you get to play it early.
Oh, do you? Oh, okay, I didn't know that. I thought
Max was playing it early.
Well,
right now.
Well, didn't he like get selected for like the testing and stuff like that?
I don't know.
I mean, it's Max, so he has like those connections. So I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he just got it just because he's like they gave him a review copy, just because like, you know what I mean?
It's because he went to school with Miyazaki.
Yeah, that whole shtick.
Like he's friends, like.
But it looks like it's going to be like Game of the Year sort of material. Like it's going to be like one of those games. Like it's going to be probably stealing, quote unquote, stealing a lot of the awards from those award shows or whatever, or award sort of segments and stuff like that. And now
Limelight is not gonna go on these other games.
What? I'm sorry.
The Limelight.
Right.
It's not gonna shine on these.
Basically, like it's definitely going to steal the spotlight from like the rest of those games, probably including Horizon. Like maybe Horizon and Elden Ring could compete. Like are going to be competing. So I'm not too sure. Like who will take the Game of the Year. For when it comes to Game Awards, I mean, there's more than the Game Awards. There's like other like Dice Awards and like the IGN and all that shit. Like all those places are going to probably give it to like this game or that game or whatever. So, but yeah, is that it for your week pretty much?
Yeah.
All right. My week has been pretty interesting, so I think you got a hint of that, or a big hint of that on Twitter, because I was trying to do something for my Apex account, right? I was trying to put everything in one account for my EA account, because I have this old account that I guess I've been using with Apex Legends for, it's the EA Origin account. I guess I've used since 2012, I guess, and that was tied to my mom's email, so that's why it was kind of hard to like get to. But I mean, by the very end of the story, I fixed it to one of my emails, so that's fine. But during the middle of that process, man, like, dude, it was such a headache because apparently your Apex Legends data is tied to your EA account, not your PlayStation account, which I didn't know that at the time. But I guess it makes sense because it's a free-to-play server-based game. So your data is tied to the server, not so much to your console, unfortunately. But that's just how it works, I guess. So unlinking my account was what did it, like pretty much. Like I lost all my data, quote unquote, right? I thought I did, and so when I turned on the game, I'm like what the fuck? Like I lost all my skins, the weapon skins, and like the banner stuff, the quote, the quips, then the dialogue stuff. I'm like, what did I do? Why?
Like, why? You're like, why, Lord?
Why, Lord? Why? Oh, God. What's funny, though, it's what I discovered is that I guess when you start a new account, you have enough currency, Apex coins, mind you, to unlock all the heroes or legends at the start, which is kind of interesting. They gave you 10,000 coins, at least on what happened to me anyway, I guess. I don't know if that happens to everyone who starts a new account for Apex Legends, but you get 10,000 10,000 Apex coins, right? That's like $100 equivalent essentially, and then you have that to unlock all your legends, I guess, like including Mad Maggie, and so I guess for a small window, I've had all the heroes, including Loba. She's the only hero I have not unlocked yet. But anyway, so it was late. It was like late at night. I'm like, fuck, man, I gotta go to sleep. It's super late, but I have this issue at hand. So I had this like very kind of lopsided quality of sleep. But as soon as I woke up, I contacted support. So I had to like unlink my PlayStation account again because it linked to the wrong account because I fucking hate EA Origins. And then with that, I was able to relink it back to my old account. That's where I got all my stuff back. So I'm like, oh, yes. So, oh my god, it was such a headache. Like I hate EA Origins so much. I hate modern gaming because of how things work. Like, just have shit saved to your console. Like, why do all this shit? It was such a headache. So, other than that, I've been playing more of Apex Legends, including I finally touched the control mode or whatever, and it's actually pretty fun. Like it's like domination and Call of Duty. You know, you gotta control the zones or whatever, right? So, actually, like a nice way to like kind of like take a break from BR or the trios or the actual BR, and just go shoot up some people, right? Or shoot up your opponents, I should say, and without like, you know, having to go back to your main menu and then wait for the game and then queue in and all that shit, right? You know, you just go in, try to go into the zone, and then you know, do your thing. You know, you shoot up them enemies. Like the map, there are only two maps, right? One is pretty fair. The other map, which is Storm Point, is kind of stupid on control, because once you get B, you're more likely to win, which is the big tower in Storm Point. It's like I forgot what it was called. It's the big fucking tower. And then there's like I forgot what it was called. Fuck. It's next to Satellite Point, I think it's called satellite.
I think I know where you're talking.
Yeah. There's the zone next to it with the big old fucking tower, which is B. So if you take the big old fucking tower, you can spawn or whatever if your team is there. You can spawn at B. You can literally go on the tower and just like pick off people that way. Or B is like so like confined and small that you can set up with like, you know, caustic, and like you can literally just camp there and just like, you know, hold B, you know, for most of the majority of the time. If you have good teammates, of course, right? There's always that part, but you're more likely to win if you take B. So if you're in a game with randos, just go sprint towards B. That's my tip for when it comes to Storm Point. When it comes to Olympus, that's more like even because of how much space there is with B. So there's like more points where people can come in. So it's like harder to like, you know, keep up with like guarding the points, stuff like that. So it's like it kind of it's more like, you know, anything goes sort of thing in Olympus. But Storm Point, it's fucking stupid. They definitely have to work on the space in B, because it's like so tight in comparison. But I still had a good time. I mean, I kept picking caustic whenever it was Storm Point. So I just like put gas and then just look at the points, right? And then whenever people actually took B, I can literally take my ult, which is the big gas bomb, toss it in there, and then everyone gets hit by it because this is so goddamn small. So, yeah, and then you can just literally pick off people inside like that at times if they don't know what they're doing. So they're kind of like chickens with their heads cut off at times when you throw in the gas. So, it unfortunately is a limited time mode. So, you know, I guess if anyone is playing Apex Legends and stuff like that, I would give it a try and then do whatever you can, because you do get stars from it, so you can level up your game battle pass that way rather easily. So, you know, I do wish for it to be permanent, because it's just, you know, it's just another mode to do something, right? I mean, it's always welcoming to have like something different for Apex Legends or games like that, you know, besides just doing BR all day. You know, I hardly touch Arena because I don't like playing with randos. I'd rather play with friends on that one. But Control is definitely another mode I can just play with randos, just because, you know, sometimes I want to get hit markers. I want to get KOs and kills or whatever, and you know, that's the kind of mode that if you want to just keep gaining that sort of feeling, yeah, sure. But BR is definitely a different feeling when you win the entire game. Whatever, if you get number 1, that is definitely a good feeling. But you know, you only do that for so long. So Control is nice, like, but unfortunately it's not permanent, at least for now, I guess. So yeah, so that's been the majority of my experience for this week. And then my new Pokemon cards are coming in. They've been shipped. The Brilliant Stars, for those who kind of follow the Pokemon sets and stuff like that. Those are coming in. I got emails that they've been shipped out, so hopefully they come in pretty soon, so I can crack open them and then see what cards I get, you know, that sort of thing. So I've had Pokemon cards just sitting here too. Like I've had like the collection boxes just sitting here. I finally got all 3 of the EV boxes, so I have Vaporeon, Jolteon, and the Flareon boxes just ready to be opened. But you know, I'm waiting on the booster boxes to arrive so I can set up my streams and have some fun. So yeah. That's kind of been exciting. Other than that, oh yeah, I've just been continuing with Genshin Impact, of course. You know, I guess I'm like essentially waiting on Gran Turismo. Oh, of course, I've been playing. I got some time with KOF. I finally got some time with KOF, King of Fighters. I want to quickly get that go through that one. It's definitely a bit of a different game for sure, but the combos are still fun to do. I actually played the story mode for a little bit with Team GAW, which is the wrestling team with Antonov, Dinosaur, and Ramon. You can definitely beat the boss, like the last 2 bosses, just by doing command grab with Dinosaur, because he has armor on his command grab. So you just command grab, because the boss doesn't know how to do anything, because like the boss tries to attack you, but you get armor, so you don't they can't stop you. So yeah. I have not played the online mode, so I can't tell you like if the netcode is good or not myself, but people have been saying the netcode is good. Other than that, you know, the game has been pretty well received so far by all the players so far, which is good, because, you know, KOF has been on a down low for some time, but it looks like it's been well received. It looks like it's going to be performing a lot better than 14, definitely from, you know, especially if you compare like the launch performances and stuff like that. Just from looking at how people perceive the game. So yeah, you know, I'll try to continue to play the game, and once I get my, you know, good amount of hours to that game, you know, I'll probably come up with a verdict. But I need to definitely try out online mode at least a couple of times, and then yeah. So meanwhile, I've been having Antonov and Dinosaur for sure in my team, but I need someone else. I need someone. On my I don't know if they're my third or point or middle character, but yeah, so I'm trying to see if Shermie is one of them, or maybe Joe Higashi. I don't know. So I'm in a bit of a character crisis right now myself. So because I don't know if Ramon is gonna do it for me. So as wacky and fun maybe he may be, I don't know if Ramon's gonna do it for me. So but yeah, pretty cool. Story mode isn't like what I thought it was. It's just essentially arcade mode with a few cinematic cutscenes, and that's pretty much it. So I thought it was gonna be like all like one long story mode or whatever, like Guilty Gear or like Street Fighter 5. Like there's gonna be all like, you know, in one, but you have to pick like certain teams to get all like the cutscenes and like the endings and all that stuff. And you can even do different combinations to get different endings. So I guess that's like a way to have single player content, which is, yeah. If you're just like a casual single player for KOF, I'm gonna say this: you're probably not gonna have a good time because there's not a whole lot to do. But if you are playing it for like, you know, the sake of playing online with randos, and if you have that sort of competitiveness, then yes, you'll have a better time because I believe the online netcode and all that stuff is good, solid. And the lobbies are really good. The way, you know, you can navigate through the online stuff is good. It works. It's functional, very functional. And yeah, so other than that, no weird experiences and stuff like that on my PC too. Like, it runs fine for me. Luckily, so I don't have to do like the weird like anti-screen tearing stuff or whatever some people have gone through. So, but anyway, sorry about that. I had to. That was my week. So this is definitely
and vroom vroom
vroom vroom. Yes, I know because Apex Legends and all that shit. Ugh. Meanwhile, you have one thing, so yeah, yeah, you just have Horizon. So you probably got the better end for this week, definitely. So, fuck. All I'm gonna say to wrap it up is fuck EA Origins. I hate that shit so much. Hold on, let me take off my jacket because I went vroom vroom. My engine is all revved up, so I'm pretty warm. Here we go. I'm all warmed up. Okay, here we go.
I'm taking off my jacket. Reveals that he has a freaking long sleeve on the coat, kids.
I know.
Logic here. I feel hot.
Yeah. Right now, well, I mean, right now, my place is like pretty, like, mid. No, it's not hot or cold, so yeah. But maybe because of me, I'm hyping myself up. Yeah, I'm all more.
Well, to me, it's just funny because my friend does that. It's like,
I'm really
hot, and it's like sunny like this.
Oh
like,
god!
It's like, then take off your freaking jacket. Okay. It's like, boy.
Oh man, you ever have those people in high school or whatever? Like it's like a hot fucking sunny day, and they're like wearing like a black fucking hoodie or whatever, or like just jeans, black hoodie. I'm like, bro, God.
Jeans, black hoodie, and then
maybe a beanie.
You can tell they're dying.
They're like sweating or whatever, but they're just like
all right. They're too prideful or something. It's like,
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what's I don't know what it is. Maybe they're just like too shy to like show off.
Yeah,
they're self-conscious to like show off more of their bodies. I don't know.
I guess.
I don't know.
It's so funny, like, because one of my teachers would notice this, and she would be like, because he will always sit in the front where there's like no, I guess, wind current and stuff.
Yeah, wind flow. Yeah, the airflow. Yeah.
So what she did, like, I guess, like, later in the second month of the school semester, she bought one of those big fans and put it like right near it, where the guy would sit and just like go like you can hear it under her breath. Oh God, he's here. Flips the switch.
Yeah, that's pretty funny. I don't know. I mean, I can't imagine what that person is thinking. Like, maybe that person is like aware. I don't know if that person would be aware or like, pick up on the.
I want to say that they're aware of it, but sometimes it's like in the back of their minds until like it hits them like later on. We're like, oh God, they're doing all of this because of me and my silliness. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, otherwise, that's been our weeks. Looks like there's not been happening on like most ends, but when it comes to fighting games, there definitely was some big news. So we'll definitely get into that right now. So starting with the BB tag rollback netcode, they definitely announced that not too long ago on Twitter. Let me just bring up the tweet real quick here. On the Twitter, yep. From Arc6Works, they announced, the rollback netcode support for April 2022. I think they are already, they've already began their testing, their public testing for the netcode, which is, pretty nice. all things considered. But as someone who did play a good amount of BB Tag with friends, am I gonna come back to it? Not so much. I mean, we've already got our fill at that point. Even with the terrible netcode at the beginning, we still had a good time. But we had our fill. I think we've moved on to different games, and but it's nice to see that they care about this sort of thing, and it is still a 2D pixel sprite sort of game, so that's why it is easier to implement the netcode this way. Just how like games run and stuff like that. They're a lot easier to run this sort of stuff or implement this sort of stuff. That's why you don't see it on Dragon Ball FighterZ, because it's 3D. It's just different of how things work and stuff like that. I'm not a complete expert, like I said. I said in the past, but I'm not a complete expert in game development. But from what I've gathered anyway, it's just different. When it comes to 3D versus 2D pixel sprites, it's easier to work with 2D pixel sprites when it comes to like changing things versus in 3D or 3D graphic fighting games. It's a little harder to work with. But anyway, it's nice to see for a game like this to get rolled back, because it means that the companies do care, like ArcSys especially, that they do care about this sort of stuff nowadays with the rollback netcode, because that is the better netcode for fighting games, and it's pretty nice. So I wanted to throw it out there. Let's close that one for now. This one is a trailer for Android 21 with the lab coat. So she's out now as we speak, but oh god, that's super loud for me, but let me turn that down a little bit. You finally get to see what she does. She has a cross chop, which is kind of funny.
She sounds very... Because I know when she's in her... what do they call it?
Oh, the Majin
form?
Yeah.
Yeah, her Majin form, she's kind of psychotic sounding.
Yeah.
In this form, she sounds like a caring mother.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. She's a mom,
Yeah, she is a mom to some.
Yeah, but to some, but but Android 16 is kind of technically her son. So at least the original person of Android 16, I guess. Mm-hmm. But anyway, that's that going on. But you can kind of see, if especially for those who do play the game, she has some moves from certain characters. Not here, but
mainly Frieza.
And I was about to say Bardock, because she has like the spin. Yeah. Yeah. Right there. She has the same spin and stuff like that. So people have been saying like, oh god, she's like Bardock from before, so it's gonna be Bardock all over again. And Sonic Fox has been playing with her for a little bit, and they can already say that she has some pretty fucked up shit. So probably she's going to be another character where a lot of people are going to be running for a while, and then she's probably going to get nerfed, and then there you go. The cycle has started all over again. So it's kind of funny how these game cycles sort of go. But yeah, I mean, pretty neat that we still are seeing characters coming into this game, even though they kind of indicated that was the last DLC, but I guess not. Is she the last one? I don't know. They didn't imply anything, so we have no idea. Can we just please get Hercule already or Mrs. Satan, please. if we're still going through characters.
Can we have this and then you just see them going like, no.
No, I know. Nope.
It's like, we hear what you're saying.
We understand, but no.
But they'll be like, ちょっと待ってください.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
It's like, then you're just staring on like, but why?
Yeah. It's interesting. She's doing this sort of stuff. She likes to chop a lot in her lab coat form, and then Majin form not so much. She still has a sword or whatever, the energy sword thingy or energy blade, but in her human form, quote unquote, she likes to do the choppy chop, the cross chop. Yeah, kind of funny. Well, anyway, that's the character. Pretty cool. But now the juicy stuff, which is Street Fighter 6. Although we only got a 40 seconds teaser, but it's something. Feet. Yes. Ryu. Big. Back. Sweaty and hot. Buff.
All right. You ready?
And there's Luke. Forearm. Veiny.
Like, I understand people not liking it at the moment.
Yeah.
Of how he looks, because he looks too broad. But I'm like, bruh, he actually looks better than fucking.
Yes. I was about to say. We'll go on.
Than Street Fighter V's iteration, because I guess it's the art style as well.
Yeah.
Art style, it's a hit and miss. If it's
Yeah. It definitely was a hit and miss.
So to me, I'm like, I like it.
Yeah, I do like how Luke looks in this one better because, well, I mean, maybe not just the hair, but I think it's just his overall, I guess, design is looking a lot better. He's, funny enough, he's wearing the hoodie, like not the same hoodie, but he's wearing a hoodie, like his battle costume. So it looks like a lot of the battle costumes are going to be the default costumes for Street Fighter 6, at least so far anyway, with Ryu and Luke anyway, because bearded Ryu or hot Ryu, however you want to refer, that was his battle costume from the beginning of Street Fighter 5. Especially if you pre-order the game or whatever from like different from a certain store, you get a code for it and then you get bearded Ryu. But so there are some differences, like he has a bandage sash, brown gloves, and he's wearing sandals. He's not barefoot anymore in this one. Kind of funny. And of course there's memes.
It's kind of like reminiscent of what's this, what, let's see, I can't even remember their teacher's name.
Goken?
Yeah, Goken.
Yeah.
Goken had sandals, so.
Did he?
Right?
I thought I thought he was barefoot himself.
I don't know.
Akuma is it's the same kind of sandals Akuma wears. So Akuma might have played a part in this design. Maybe he actually killed him. Maybe, I don't know. Like he took his sandals and killed him and took his sandals. I don't know.
No, Akuma just like sees Ryu. It's like, we've been fighting for like 20 plus years.
Where are some damn sandals here?
Akuma just goes like punches the earth and pulls out like a bag. Here, take my extra pair.
Yeah, my extra pair. The hand-me-downs. But yeah, I mean, it's funny as we're memeing on the foot and stuff like that.
Yeah, I don't know why people are going like, you see his feet. It's like, K-Ad?
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah. It's like the showcasing the graphics like with the RE engine at this point. So I think most people, or a good handful of people, have figured it out that this isn't just your cinematic trailer. This is actually an in-game cinematic trailer. They're using the engine itself to actually show off the characters in this trailer, or teaser rather. So what you're seeing is technically what you're going to be seeing in game. So you can definitely say, oh, the graphics for Street Fighter 6 are going to be pretty good because of the RE engine.
Yeah.
Which is something they've been using for a while now, like Resident Evil 8 or Village, Devil May Cry 5, and all the other Resident Evil that has come out recently, like the remakes and stuff like that. Yeah, so if you take a look at those games, that's kind of what we're getting for this game too. Yeah. Because, you know, they've been using Unreal in the past, but they don't want to pay licensing fees and all that stuff, so they're using their own engine, the RE engine, which is great. I think it's a good engine. It looks great. A little different on the faces, right? Could be hit or miss, but I don't know. I mean, what do you think? I mean, it sounds like you want to say a couple more things or something.
Like, the graphics right now looks good.
Yeah,
I like it. I'm just kind of scared for those that still has like last gen consoles.
Yeah,
who don't have PCs and stuff.
And
if Street Fighter 6 is coming out for like older generation consoles like the PS4 and Xbox.
Yeah.
I am so sorry. I can hear the jet engines wrapping up. I can hear it.
Yeah. Look at the sweat. Yeah. You know, it's funny. The first three couple of seconds of this trailer, I actually thought this was going to be Tekken Cross Street Fighter, because I thought this was like a Tekken thing, you know, with the realism and stuff like that. Because you know, Tekken does this sort of stuff, this sort of style. You know, they like to really make their characters look realistic with the textures and skin and all that stuff. So I thought this was going to be Tekken related rather than Street Fighter related, but it's a solely Street Fighter. They're going for a big change in art direction once again, which is for the most part good. I'd say is a good take on the realism versus in combination of sort of like that cartoony or like the fictional sort of style on their faces, so that you can still recognize them. You're not completely like real people, that sort of thing, like they do with like Devil May Cry and like some of the Resident Evil games, like especially with starting. I think 7 was one of the first ones that used the RE engine, and they use actually face models to like actual face models to model in their characters and stuff like that, including Chris Redfield, right? But then they changed it back to the Chris Redfield that we know. Yep. I think that's what happened, right? Maybe they were testing something and then people didn't like it, so they're just like, oh, well, let's go back to the old Chris Redfield and make him older and whatever. I think, but anyway, I like it so far. Of what I've been seeing from this trailer, I'm excited for it initially. Of course, we still don't have much to go off of other than how it looks so far. The music is, hip hop, so there looks like they're going for a urban sort of theme esque, maybe something reminiscent of Third Strike, where they did use hip hop in their soundtrack. So they might be bringing that back. So that's kind of cool if that is the case.
Yeah. So that's now like. Because I saw some Twitter posts going like they're theory crafting where in the timeline.
Yeah.
Number 6 is taking place.
Yeah, it's either during Third Strike or maybe sometime after Third Strike. I'm not too sure. Yeah.
So I'm like, it's like, I think. Well, to me, it's like I think it's a little too early for you guys to theory craft. Like, where this thing is taking place.
Well, it is interesting to note that there are still sort of things to take note when it comes to just looking at the characters, right? Luke has no tattoos. He has less tattoos. He has I'm not sure because that's a sleeve, right? So it might be covering some of his tattoos, but his forearm for sure has like scars. His face has scars. So he's been through some shit. So there has been some time passing. So Of course, with Ryu growing a beard and everything, he got super built and buff over the years. Like it looks like so. Some time has passed.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
I can't find this pose that like someone's initial like look at Ryu.
Uh-huh.
They're like, wow, Ryu must have whatchamacall worked out with 50 cents.
Oh, 50 Cent.
I was like, you're not wrong.
Yeah.
Because they did the comparison from, the Super Bowl halftime show and Ryu right now.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, okay, you're not wrong.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 50 Cent is still looking pretty good for his age. Yeah, you're right. I didn't even think about that. Although he was hanging upside down there in that show, I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's the picture they used because, he kind of looked wide upside down. But when he...
when he got down. Yeah, when you popped down. Yeah. Yeah.
He actually looked normal. I was like, oh.
Yeah. Yeah, good on him. But with Ryu, yeah, I mean, you can take a look at his hair and everything. Like, look, now it's all like nicely detailed. It's not like all weird like from Street Fighter 5, where it looks like it looks like he used like a ton of like wet gel to like spike his hair or something like that. Let me just bring up the picture right here. Yeah, like that.
How many gel do you want to have on Ryu? Yes.
Yes. exactly. That's just
like,
kind of...
That's not an answer. Yes.
Yes. So, yeah, there's pretty much a drastic change in art direction, obviously. They're going for a more realistic look versus more of that cartoony-ish sort of look. I mean, they still got big hands. I'm pretty sure they got big feet. So that's, that way you can see them better in the actual fighting game and stuff like that. And they probably have Ryu super wide. So that way, for the purpose of, again, his fighting game model. So that way he's easier to see and maybe easier to hit. So maybe in turn that might actually be his weakness, right? So I don't know. But definitely for sure though, when it comes to comparing this Ryu to give me a second here. Let me put that back. There we go. Where was that screenshot that I found? It was like a good comparison of like his shoulders, but his shoulders definitely are narrow here in comparison, less broad. And then like if you pull up like the very first shot, or one of the very first shots, which is right here. Yeah, he looks like a fucking shit brick house. He looks like a tank. Yeah, like he just built like a fortress kind of deal.
Like I know there's bodybuilders that looks like that, but to me, like for like body aesthetic,
yeah,
I see no definition, if that makes sense. I just see flat.
Right, they're not like super chiseled. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, they're not chiseled. It's like it's there,
like
but it's like if you come like really close, like, oh, I can see it now.
This is kind of like it's kind of like Arnold Schwarzenegger, like later, like when he's a little older, you don't see much of his like six pack as much.
Yeah, there's the word definition. There's no definition.
Yeah.
Definition. There's just
it's not defined. Yeah, it's not as defined as before, but it's realistic in that sense. I mean,
yeah, it's realistic, but also it could be because of the lighting.
Right,
the lighting fucking See, kids, this is what happened.
Yeah.
Light source. Where's your fucking light source?
I mean, here is top down, but you have
it's a top down.
But you have the orange and the blue coming from the side. So again, like
so light source is very
ambiguous.
Helpful.
Yeah, it's pretty ambiguous in this shot too. It's like, where is it coming from? Yeah. So, but
where's it coming from, and which one is the more dominant
light
source that you're trying to
portray? I want to say it's the one top down, but I don't know. There you go.
I do want to see that too, but then it's like, there's some things,
Yeah. Like, there's a massive difference between these two. right? Even with the different perspective, lighting, that sort of shit, you can see just how like how wide his shoulders are in comparison.
I mean, again, we can't say that he's built, kids.
Yes.
He is ready that if you piss him off, he will just snap your neck or something.
Yeah, something will break, and that's not anything on Ryu. Definitely.
Ryu's just gonna stare at you going like, huh.
Yep. Yeah, and then meanwhile we have like Luke's just his forearm alone is like ugh. Like it's all.
I'm kind of glad that his forearms are not Popeye arms.
Yeah, they're just super veiny.
They look normal.
It looks super veiny, but yeah, it's it's just a big arm, I guess, if that makes sense. But yeah, I do want to comment on Ryu's face a little bit. It reminds me of Shinkiro's style a little bit. If you take a look at Shinkiro's posters, so not so much like Shinkiro's Ryu per se, because his Ryu looks different. But if you take a look at something like what's a good one, for example? Well, here's Ryu. If you want a nice little, or no, that's a pretty small one. But let me put on large. Large. There's an old Ryu right there, but I'm trying to pull up a recent one. I guess we can use this one. Like if you look at Virgil's face, that's what kind of like reminds me of, right here, sort of, a little bit. And if you take a look at like Ryu's eye right here, pretty different, right?
Yeah.
A little more round in this picture, but in the game, it's more like kind of smaller in that sense. A little thinner, I guess, is a word to describe, I guess. But it's more comparable to Virgil's face and Shinkiro's art, if you want to go back and forth with that, make a comparison. Obviously, there's some differences in general, but that's what I don't know. That's what it kind of reminds me of. So maybe they actually had Shinkiro to like design the characters at that point as reference, and then they have the 3D modelers to go from there to model from there. So yeah, I think that would be neat if Shinkiro is the designer for this game for this time around. That'd be kind of cool. Because I do like Shinkiro's art. It's very unique in comparison to like other artists out there when it comes to like video games. Yeah, and yes, Shinkiro is the artist who did the Kyo. You want to play some KOF? That picture. I'll just bring that up real quick here. Just a reminder. Where is it? Maybe if I just type in like meme or something, it'll pop up or something. Yeah, there you go, right there.
You guys want to play some fucking fighting games?
Yeah, exactly. Oh God. Oh man, fucking fate. Yes. Yeah, gotta love that art, man. Gotta love Shinkiro's art, especially early on because they all had like the George Clooney face. But definitely got better, improved without like changing too much over the years, and it's still Shinkiro's like art. You can definitely say. Yeah. Bangus, man, like I really like Bangus's like early art, but over the years it's gone like very hit or miss. If we're gonna tangent about like artists a little bit, let's see, Bangus. Although I will say they did announce they also announced the fighting collection thing for the 30th anniversary. I think it was for Capcom fighting collection, and the art there for that's from Bangus, and that looks pretty cool. I like that one. Like this is early Bangus. This is if you got Laura on the left, that's Bangus right there, which is kind of rough. I guess this is a better picture because yeah, you can definitely see like just Bangus alone. Very odd looking picture or art, when it comes to like this stuff, oh, it's like small. Let me see. When it comes to this stuff, this shit is cool. I like this art from Mangus. You know, this is like recent shit too. I think this too. This is kind of recent, sort of. Look at Bison. Holy shit! Look at the teeth on Bison. God damn. This is the early Mangus. Pretty cool. Old ass art from like Marvel and shit. Marvel vs. Street Fighter, I think this was, or yeah. Yeah. Anyway, Mangus for Street Fighter 5 was very more likely a miss, but there are some cool ones here and there from Mangus in between. When it comes to like the big posters, but when it came to like the story mode or whatever, the character story modes, most of them are pretty rough.
Yeah, like some of them, like you could tell it was like, like in anime, like you can tell that the budget ran out.
Yeah,
so
or something
like
something happened. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Until like that's why my friend, when he used to play Street Fighter 5, he would see all the artwork for the story mode, and then he's like, I hope there's a Blu-ray version of this.
Yeah.
Because lo and behold, if you guys buy modern day anime Blu-ray, the details for some of those scenes are actually like better.
Yeah, they actually like went back and like refined the scenes and stuff like that. Yeah, there's that Laura one again. God, it looks so rough.
I love playing Laura, but holy crap.
Yeah. Yeah, like some of this stuff is just like, yeah, very, very lopsided, like all over the place. Like this one's okay, but could be better. You know. This one's kind of like a classic, going back to the classic, like, sort of style. But yeah, point being, though, pretty rough, or pretty rough on the edges at times. This one's okay. I kind of like this one. That one's kind of cool. That one's with Akira and Sakura and Ibuki. Yeah. Oh, but this one, oh my god, this one with Sean, oh my god, like what is going on with his face, like his skin, like Jesus. And then, oh yeah, this one too, like Chun-Li's neck, like what is going on?
I'd rather have Chun-Li's neck that looks like that over what we got in Infinite.
Right, yeah, I guess. If you had to pick your poison. But
oh yeah, let's go look at Poison.
yeah, right. I want to what that.
I hope she comes back for 6.
I think like most of the characters from Street Fighter 5 will make it back in there just fine. I do want to throw this out here too, like kind of moving on from this sort of topic, but sort of, but I think when it comes to what the characters are going to be like, because of what was hinted with Luke's reveal, because he said about like, oh, Luke is a important character for the Street Fighter universe or whatever. So,
but why though?
but point being, when universe is thrown in there, right? You start to think like, oh, you're gonna include like more rival schools characters, and then maybe Darkstalker characters, and like like the characters that may be within the universe of Street Fighter. So yeah, I mean that's going to be pretty exciting if that's the case. Oh, there's Poison art right here. This one looks kind of cool. I like the hair and stuff like that. But yeah. Point being though, all over the place, kind of rough, and it's like what we kind of said, like maybe like person like ran out of time or something, or budget or something. I don't know what happened, but some of it's cool, some of it's very rough. But yeah, I mean, I don't know what do you think of, or you have any like I don't know, guesses or anything like that of what the characters, who's gonna make it in there, you know, that sort of thing.
Wish list on characters.
Pretty much. I mean, yeah.
Okay, let's start with wish list. I know I'm gonna get yelled at for this.
Mm-hmm.
I want Ingrid.
You want Ingrid? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I've been saying that since 5.
Yeah.
We have her costume.
Yes.
That's not enough for me.
Yeah.
I need to see Ingrid.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Right here, right now.
The Ingrid, yeah. I get it.
Another one I kind of want to see, but I don't know how, again, this is universe stuff, how he's going to fit.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see 12.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we had 11 in 5, so probably going to see 12.
I want to see 12.
Yeah.
Because I want to see 12, because, you know, if we want to pretend it's like an upgrade, I want to see that. I want to see 12.
Yeah.
Give us a 12.
Yeah.
Another one, because I saw your post on it. I do want to see Sean.
Yeah. I think it's time for Sean to come back. Definitely. That's.
I want to see you in the game.
Yeah, the Brazilian version of me. Yes. Like was it like 3/4 Brazilian, 1/4 Japanese or something like that? I'm not too sure, but something like that. Anyway, let's just say half Brazilian, half Japanese for the sake of it. Yeah, I wanted to see Sean back in there. It's time for him. From a time perspective, it makes sense because everyone's older. Sean should be old enough to fight and stuff like that. And you know, by that time Ken should be more than teaching him. Ken should be more than teaching him at that point too, because Ken is his sort of master. You know, funny because Ken masters. But anyway, Sean should be old enough to fight, so I do want to see him back in there. I want to see the basketball. I want to see, you know, all the hoopla from Sean from Third Strike and stuff like that. Maybe even more. I want maybe some new moves. That'd be pretty cool. But anyway, you got any more characters you want to do? Just plop in there.
I keep forgetting his name. He's from Third Strike.
Hugo?
So kind of help. No.
Oh, Remy.
Well, is that the green hair?
Is he like? Does he have Guile's moves? Oh, long. Yeah. It's Remy. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I want to see him.
Yeah.
Return.
Let me.
But for like Hugo and Poison, to me it's like it cannot be like one or the other. They both have to like show up. They're kind of like a like a duo, which I wouldn't mind if they did that in this iteration. If they made Poison and Hugo as a two.
Oh, like Ice Climber kind of character.
Yeah, kind of like Ice Climbers, or more like how Android 18 is with 17.
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah, like just comes in here and there. Okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, Hugo is like her special moves, so like if she does like a special input, Hugo comes in and slams and
I want it. I mean,
and then leaves.
I personally want to see Hugo come back in there as a full playable character, man, because like
true.
We have Alex. We've had Alex. Alex is probably gonna make it back in there. So if he is gonna make it back in there, Hugo's gotta make it back in there. Like if we have to kick out Abigail, I'm okay with that because I don't care about Abigail that much. Yeah, right. Exactly. If I see Alex, which yes, that's my number one, pretty much. I want to see Hugo. They got that rivalry going on. I want to see that happen again in 5, especially with those graphics, right? Like, how big are they gonna be? How big are they gonna be, man? So that's gonna be pretty interesting to see. Anyone else? Anyone else you want to see?
Yeah, like for like ones I don't want to see ever again.
Oh, okay.
I don't want to see what's his name? Abel?
Oh, Abel.
Or Adol? Abel? Adol?
No, it's Abel.
Yeah. I don't want to see him again.
Really?
Yep.
I think he's from a fighting game perspective, but as a character, he's definitely more boring than Vanilla.
Yeah.
Personally, but anyone else that you don't want to see or whatever?
I kind of don't want to see Seth anymore.
Really?
Because to me, like, he had his time to shine through 4.
Yeah, and then
if that makes sense.
And then we saw him again in 5.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
5.
As a female, in a female body, but still he.
My name is Seth. It's like, very good, sir.
Yeah. I remember that voice line. I'm like, why does that sound funny? Like,
he's like, what is your favorite color now?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's that weird tone. Like, yeah, it's so weird or funny.
And he sounds so happy, Zayden, like announcing his name. He's like, sir, if you're trying to intimidate us with your name, it's not working.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But anyone else that comes to mind?
At the moment, no. Like, I do want some of the characters from 5 to return.
Yeah.
You know, like Sakura and Karin.
Yeah.
But when I say it like that, I don't want them to be DLC. I want them to actually be part of the base roster.
Mm-hmm. Do you think that what we see in 5 is going to be the launch roster for 6?
That would be good, but I just don't want them to be like how they did with Infinite, you know, just grab the model and just not do anything.
I don't think they'll do that here.
I think they learned their lesson, right, Capcom?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I don't know if that's going to work either way. If you even try, like, because, you know, RE Engine and Unreal Engine, yeah, it's that's a rough transition if you really are going to try to do that.
Yeah.
I think they'll try to rebuild them from the ground up. I mean, they'll make them as references, for sure, but I think, yeah, when it comes to, like, the faces, that's going to be pretty different, I think.
Yeah.
Anything else, though? Anything else related you wanted to say?
What about you? What are your goals
or wishes and stuff like that? I do want to. So, like I said, I do want to see Sean. I do, of course, Alex. But if we're gonna have Alex, we gotta have Hugo. You know, his time to return is definitely needed, or well deserved, I should say. For sure, because you know Alex and Hugo got that rivalry. They're supposed to be like Hulk Hogan and Andre the Giant sort of thing. So I want to see that happen again. Anyone else? I want to see like different characters from like different universes, right? Especially the way they hinted at, you know, what's in store. So it really sounds like that's going to happen. So hopefully that's the case. You know, Akira is a start, right? You know, from rival schools. I want to see Batsu, you know, that stuff like that. You know, I want to see anything like that. You know, it could be Morgan for all I care. I don't know. You know, but when it comes to Street Fighter, that's a little harder to say. I mean, I don't know. I kind of just want to see who makes it in there just for the sake of things, and then maybe we'll go off from there. But definitely, I want to see Sean, Alex, and again, if we're gonna have Alex, gotta have Hugo. So that's like the 3 that I can like definitely say from the top of my mind for right now. So, who I don't want to see, I don't know. I mean, that's kind of hard to say precisely. Maybe once we get like a good idea of like the information we'll see in summer of this year, then I can kind of come up with a list maybe. But right now, on top of my head, I don't know. I can't really say because I don't have like any sort of grudge towards any of the Street Fighter characters for the most part. But again, like I just want to see more information, you know, in the summer, and then we'll go off from there, I guess. Yeah, so, I guess that's all I got, you know, so, before I try to, like, dig into anything else, but, any other words for Street Fighter 6? Oh! I mean, I mean, this is like kind of ridiculous at this point, but there's that whole like debacle about the whole logo thing. I mean, do you have any actual like comments about that?
From seeing like the samples of like what people found on the internet and like stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
At the moment, it looks like, one of those logos that you will just show to your
Shareholders.
Your shareholders, like a placeholder to you. It's like, hey,
yeah. It's a place. It looks like it definitely looks more of a placeholder than anything. I wish they said something, but maybe they can't or something like that, or it may be kind of weird for marketing's sake. But it's like, oh, here's a placeholder. It's like, okay, well, why? I mean, I don't know. It's then it's like, why then show it if it's just a placeholder? Maybe I don't know. I don't know. Did you want to continue or?
I mean, I get why it's in a hexagon because
It's 6. Mm-hmm.
Like I get it. I get the concept.
Mm-hmm.
But it could have gone better.
Of course, right. It to me looks like a very urban-esque Street Fighter logo. If anything, like it makes sense of what they're trying to go for, like because we heard the hip hop music and it really seems to imply like it's gonna take more place like an arena type of thing, like like the quote unquote octagon. I know this is not an octagon, but it's a hexagon, but you get the point, right? It's like kind of very UFC-ish. It kind of looks more like esportsy, more sportsy, I guess you can say. For the most part, the 6 is funny because it looks like a notification, but yeah, I mean,
yeah, that's what I was too. It's like, I think you guys have like 6 notifications.
Yeah, can you like check for me, please?
Like, could you get that out of the way?
Yeah, that's what it looks like to me.
Go check your messages.
But for the most part, to me, it looks like very sporty. Like it looks like it's gonna have an actual like competition or sport to it. Whereas previous Street Fighter, it takes place on the street. Obviously, like it takes place in random places or whatever. It seems like, I mean, I don't know if there's actually like an actual like tournament going on in Street Fighter. I think people are just fighting for the sake of fighting. Like the story for Street Fighter has always been like very weird or some. I don't know. There's something about Street Fighter's story where it's like I don't have a good grasp of what's going on as a whole. Like I know there's Shadowloo, and then there's Ryu's story, and then Chun-Li's dad got killed, and I don't know what's.
Zangief's screamed to change the channel.
Whatever it may be, but like.
Speaking of Zangief, I want a older looking Zangief.
Oh yeah. I do wonder, characters like Dalzim and even Oro what would they look like, right? Like, are they?
We did get already an older looking Dalzim.
Yeah, Dalzim. I mean, of course, yeah, but I want to see them in the RE engine.
Oh, in the new
engine, yeah. That's gonna be interesting what they look like.
I think his eyes are going to scare the shit out of me.
I know, right? Both of them are going to be very interesting to look at too, from a little more of a scary perspective. But yeah,
he'd be like, "I see all." It's like, please don't.
Yeah, but back on the logo though, like it like I said, it's definitely more going for like more of like a competitive kind of thing. Like they're really trying to like have it take place in an actual like place sort of thing. Like Tekken, at least there's a purpose. Like there's a tournament going on, you win some prize money, or you win the title of King of the Iron Fist, whatever, that sort of thing. But Street Fighter, there's always never been like that sort of thing going on. Like it's just kind of all over the place. So that's why a lot of these storylines kind of like get convoluted, or they kind of get like just lost, and you kind of just care for like each individual character, right? But I don't know if there's like, to me, I don't know if there's an actual tournament going on. Like, is Street Fighter the name of a tournament? Like, I don't know. are Street Fighter is like Street Fighter the term just used for like Ryu, Ken, and those fighters, right? Because they fight on the street. I don't know. That's just my questions for Street Fighter, I guess. But looks like here maybe that could change it. That could break the mold, sort of thing. It's gonna actually take place and whatever, and that could actually like put it into a actual direction. Now we know where they're going with it and stuff like that. And is it gonna be like super hip hop ish? Is it gonna be super urban? Like, that sort of thing. So maybe this is what they're going for. I don't know. Are they gonna change the logo? I don't know. But it's happened before. I mean, yeah, it's definitely possible because KOF 15 had their initial logo and then they like immediately changed it after the first teaser trailer or whatever. It looks completely different if you look it up. So it's definitely possible for this logo to change. Are we ever going to see this logo again? I don't know. But it's definitely, generating some conversation. Let's just put it that way. And that's the one thing that people are most pissed off about. Funny enough, not so much like, oh, Ryu looks ugly or oh, Luke looks ugly. It's the logo that looks ugly for most people anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, I mean, yeah, Ryu and Luke are being memed on because because Luke's smile kind of looks like something from like Face App or something. But like, other than that, like, not that much hate for the characters themselves. It's the logo, luckily. So I guess it could have been worse, right? So it could have been worse. So that I think pretty much sums up most of our thoughts for Street Fighter 6.
Yeah.
Not much to go off of because this is a 40-second trailer. But yeah, people are like exploding with all this like theories and like what's it gonna be?
Theory crafting.
Yeah, they're just milking content from it and stuff like that. Like
my theory crafting, because there is a shot in that trailer where they did the ink from 4.
Oh, so yeah, you're right. Yeah,
bringing that back because that was one of the appealing things for me.
Oh yeah,
the ink.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, oh, are you bringing that back?
Right. So that also raises a question. Yeah, like, are they gonna do the groove system? Like, are they gonna do like, are they gonna bring different systems from different games to one thing? Like, what is this game going to be like in a gameplay perspective? Is it gonna be like a mishmash, or is it gonna just have its own mechanic? Yeah. I mean, good questions. Yeah, good questions. To think about. Are they gonna Are they going to do like a everyone is here type of thing like Smash Ultimate did? Is this going to be like the Smash Ultimate of Street Fighter? Is Street Fighter 6 going to unite all the Street Fighter characters and like the mechanics and all this stuff into one? Like, yeah, I don't know. Are they going to or are they going to completely do away with all what we know from Street Fighter 5, with the V trigger system or the V system and just have their own new system again? Like any other Street Fighter, it's always been very vastly different for each game. So this could be just for the sake of the trailer. It looks cool, like wow, like this looks sick, that sort of thing. For all we know,
yeah.
But this could always play a hint of what is to come for the game mechanics and stuff like that. So. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it for Street Fighter 6 for all we can talk about. So yeah, we've been going about a good hour for enough.
Street Fighter 6.
Yes.
Coming never.
Speaking of which, when do you think this game will come out? Do you want to make that prediction?
I just said Street Fighter 6 coming never.
I mean, come on, like when do you think this is actually coming out? Because it is going to come out. Like,
well, from the, the how Capcom's been releasing their games with their teaser trailers and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
I wanna say like at the most 2020, 2024. Like
at the most, you say? Oh, at the latest. Okay.
At the latest, 2024 quarter 2.
Okay. There,
So like a spring, a spring release. Let's go there.
Okay. I feel like kind of the opposite. Like kind of. I feel like this is going to be a February 2023 release. Because they always release their games in February for some reason.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna throw that dart. February 2023. So we'll see.
Hopefully that dart goes into the dartboard and not like the back of somebody's head.
Yeah, I know.
Like,
yeah, and then have like a bar fight break out.
No, it's stuck there, and someone's like, "You guys felt that?" And you're like,
"Yeah." Or better, yeah, don't pull it out. Just like, shh.
No, you just watch it happen. It's like,
don't say anything.
Yeah, you're like looking at everybody. Don't say shit.
I don't say shit. Yep. Don't say shit until Street 6 comes out. Shh. But again, yeah, we'll definitely see. Yeah, we'll definitely we'll see it soon enough. And summer 2022 will be definitely exciting. Probably like, this is probably during around quote unquote E3 time. So yeah, probably gonna see around there, or what is it, Gamescom? Is that the other one for when it comes to reveals? I guess. I mean, Jeff Keighley probably gonna have something cooking. So
he's gonna have his some hand in it.
Yeah, like the Summer of Games or whatever it's called. Like he always does something like that over the recent years. So we're probably gonna see something from there maybe, because. Keighley tries to like all the games, so he's like, yeah, I'll throw in some Street Fighter because it's a Street Fighter,
I'm gonna give what people want.
Yeah. Yep, that's all we got for now. Very excited though.
Yeah.
To some extent, at least to some degree, if not a strong degree. And then we talked about we definitely talked about. Oh yeah, I forgot to throw this in here. So there's a meme about Luke's face, like especially the smile. It does kind of look like Ninja. Like people have been saying, it looks like Ninja.
Okay, now I don't want to play Luke.
Especially with that.
You guys lost me.
Especially with the blue and when that blue and orange come in, like definitely bring some of those vibes, some Ninja vibes.
Yeah.
Oh, and then from this video from Vesper Arcade, I do want to say one more thing about the logo. I'm not gonna play it like fully, but there is one part he did point out about the logo. It gets pretty wild, right? Like I do want to say like I should have included this bit, but apparently. It came from a stock image from Adobe for like $80 or something like that. So some news outlets are like saying like, oh, they stole this logo or whatever. But if they bought the logo and have the license for it, they didn't really steal it. Now did they? Like I think they're just saying that for like the headline or like the clickbaiting and stuff like that, right? For the most part. But it is apparent though, if that is the case, that this is a lazy logo, so that there's still fair point of criticism and stuff like that you can say. I think that it's kind of lazy, yeah, at least to some extent. Well, what's kind of wild is that apparently there was a similar logo found in a Taiwanese electronics store called Sunfar, and even on their website, damningly enough. Look at the banner of that website. Apparently, that's what it looks like, right? It looks very strikingly similar, including this paint splat. So what the is going on? They've been accused of Capcom has been accused of plagiarism over recent years, including the textures that have been used straight from the textbook, apparently for one of the RE games. So I think they actually had a lawsuit and settled it. I don't know what happened exactly, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. There's some weird shit going on with Capcom. It seems like when it comes to plagiarism and stuff like that. So yeah,
I'm gonna pull what my graphic design instructor told us when we were doing logo designs.
yes.
Later down in your career, when you're making logos, it's gonna look so similar to logos that are now. You cannot escape it.
Yeah, it's inevitable.
Someone always is gonna connect with like, oh, I've seen this logo before. It's this, right? And then for you as the graphic designer, you might not even know that.
Yeah, you might have not been aware. Yeah.
So I think I'm gonna be optimistic for Capcom.
Yeah.
I think I want to believe they didn't know this existed,
and
it's just. We just made this logo, right?
Yeah, I hear you. That definitely is a possible scenario. Like this could be all just like an unfortunate set of circumstances and coincidences. So this could all just be happenstance. Where the artist just come up with the SF, the hexagon, and the paint splat, right? Because Street Fighter is all about the paint splat, the ink smears and all the paint strokes and whatever, right? What have you, So there are justifications to have for this. I guess this sort of thing. In this case, in this very specific case, I guess, all the things have been set up for why those things have been implemented into this design. It's not like it's not like, oh, this looks cool, I'm just pull this here. No, there's actually things that do connect from previous Street Fighter to here. Yeah. So now, granted, could this logo have been better? Like even if it is a placeholder, sure. I mean, they could have gone with the traditional like the gradient, red and orange or red and yellow or whatever, as they did with the rest of the Street Fighter logos. They could have had like the S looking all wild and whatever they always do, right? Same with the F and stuff like that. They could have done a little more, but I don't know.
And for me as a graphic designer, I guess it's a pet peeve of mine. I don't like logos with an enclosed space because you're limiting yourself with that. I mean, some might like it because it has that that feel of containment and like precisability. Like this is my area of working space.
Right. Yeah, it's just a matter of opinion. So, yeah.
But again, like for me, it's like I like my logos breathe.
Yeah. I see what you're saying. Yeah. What they could have done here, like if you want to really keep the hexagon or whatever, right? They could just had a hexagon right here and like the big old fucking letters like Street Fighter like over the hexagon or something like that. Something.
Yeah, I was thinking like let the S and F like bleed out of the hexagon.
Yeah. Kind of like how there's always like, oh, Marvel's Capcom, and there's like the big old X thing in the back, like that kind of thing, like something in the background. I guess we can take a quick look at the fighting game logos because we don't have that much to talk about anyway. So, fighting game logo. Oh, oops.
Fighting game logos.
Yeah, I mean, here's some like classic ones. Oh man, come on, Pinterest, bruh. Oh, this is too small. Hold on. Come on, in Pinterest. Don't be picky like that. Oh, that's better.
I'll be as picky as I want.
Here's like the classic logos, right? I mean, something like Last Blade 2. They could have put the logo in the background and have the letters like be in the front, that sort of thing. That's kind of what I'm talking about. Oh, like King of Fighters 99. Look at that. There's a 99 in the background. You see it. You can tell it's a 99, but you see the King of Fighters title in the front. You know, that sort of thing. Very, very fascinating of seeing all these like classic like designs and stuff like that for logos. Oh, look at the World Heroes too. Very, very like 80s-esque. Pretty fascinating. Now, at the end of the day, it's a fucking logo and doesn't really play that big of a role for like gameplay stuff, sure, but you know, like anything else, it's just as important for anything when it comes to marketing, like how you hype up people, bring up interest and stuff like that. Yeah. Like the title is just as important as a whole movie itself, if we're gonna go that way, right? In some aspects, at least, you know what I mean? Like in the movie poster too, you know. Why? There's a reason why there's a lot of work put into those parts too. It's just as much as the movie itself. You know, marketing is very important. You know, you want to bring in interests. You want to keep people sort of like talking about it in a good light and stuff like that. Stuff like that. You know. So yeah. See, there's the Street Fighter stuff. That's the classic, like, sort of look. You got the gradient red and yellow, orange sometimes. There's the Street Fighter 5 logo. That's, like, the very first one. But still does the job. And you have the big old fucking V or 5 in the back, and then you have Street Fighter in the front. You know? You're going to play it safe that way, I guess. Excuse me.
Let's see.
Oh, thank you. And then oh man, there's Soul Calibur stuff. Very classic. I like Soul Calibur too. Very very classic. Yeah. Anything like that could have been done. You know.
Oh, again, let's just chalk it up for like it. For now, it's a placeholder because
yeah,
I forget which game their logo went through like 3 different phases.
Oh yeah, right.
Like they were showing like initial reveal, second trailer, and then final. I was like, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that can happen. So yeah, it's definitely is going to go some changes possibly. It's definitely out there. So that is it for Street Fighter 6 for realsies now. So yeah. All right. Well, other than that, we have some just loose little bits here and there. So let's just go through these. So yeah, Apex Legends, like I kind of been talking about. There's a mobile version coming out for now here. We did, or it says, oh, okay. So it says limited regional launch, but I'm thinking if this is if this is said on the official English Twitter, is this still coming out in the US? Is what I'm wondering. Let's see. Will be available Australia, New Zealand, Singapore, Malaysia, Philippines, Indonesia, Mexico, Peru, Argentina, and Colombia. Oh, okay, so almost, because Mexico is part of North America, so we're almost getting it, but no. I guess the US is still kind of on the back end. I guess they're still testing it, whether people will like it or not, but my question is, hold on. Will it crossplay with consoles? No. Okay, so we're not playing with mobile people. Okay. It's just its own separate thing. That's why I wondered too. I was like, are we gonna... Oh, does that mean we're actually gonna play with mobile people? That's kind of be weird. Built specifically for mobile, so it won't feature crossplay with the console or PC versions of Apex Legends. Okay. Well, that's that. So that is it on that part. Meanwhile, on Switch, we're gonna get Crunchyroll finally, even though we don't have Netflix still. Like, where is that one? We haven't had Netflix on the Switch like ever since it came out. Very weird considering the Wii U had Netflix around launch or sometime down the road at least. Yeah, very weird. But hey, Crunchyroll. So you can watch your favorite anime on your Switch if you're on the go. If you're on the go and stuff like that, or if you want to watch it in bed, you know, because there are people who watch anime on their phone, like in bed. So which is A little weird, but yeah, I mean, I guess to each their own.
I still find it funny when I used to work at GameStop. When someone turned in their traded in their 3DS, so they forgot to wipe their data and stuff.
Oh.
So dumbass me goes into their web browser and I was like, "What have you been watching?" Oh.
Oh no.
I was like, "Oh, your search history, lovely."
Yeah.
And then my boss is like, "What are you doing?" I'm watching PH.
Oh my god.
He's like, he just stared at me. He's like, "Delete this." I was like, "It's not even mine."
Man, that's funny. But yeah, it's coming on Switch, so yeah, it's happening. But no Netflix still. But speaking of Netflix, for those who really like Stranger Things, season 4 is coming, right? We know that. But it will be split into 2 parts. And season 5 will be the end of the series, and spin-offs are definitely possible, I guess. But season 5 is definitely the finale of the main series anyway. So
that's good.
Yeah.
I mean, in one perspective, I can understand why they're splitting off season 4 into 2 parts, because I guess production-wise, you have so much days to do filming.
Yeah.
And if season 4, which is sounding like it's a big
season,
they kind of have to split it.
Mm-hmm.
I can understand that.
Yeah.
And to me, this is more of my surprise because, again, it's Netflix, who is notorious of like killing off a series after I think a 4th season.
Yeah.
5th season. So I'm like, wow, you guys, Netflix, are you breaking your code?
Mm-hmm. Well, Stranger Things is like one of their very popular series. Like they know it's going to do well because of how popular it is. So
even though there were really good popular series on Netflix, but they just
oh really? They axed those ones too?
Yeah.
Like what's
die?
Oh, what's one that comes to mind? Like the Marvel stuff?
No, the Marvel. Actually, yeah. What was it?
Was it like Luke Cage or something, or
Luke Cage and Jessica Jones were supposed to continue, but they said die.
Oh wow.
Daredevil, I think, also was I think it ended on a.
Well, I think
they ended on a 4th season, and it was no, did they? No, never mind. They ended on a 3rd season.
Oh, ouch!
So die.
Yeah, that's even worse.
Apparently now there's a 4th season coming up, but I think that is going to Disney Plus.
Right. So I was going to say maybe that's because Disney played a part of that. Like they wanted Netflix to end it there, but technically continue it off for Disney Plus because that's now their property, right? So because it's Marvel.
I think Iron Fist also was Iron Fist only had 2 seasons.
Was Punisher on? Sorry, it was Punisher on Netflix.
Punisher.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Punisher was on Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
Only had 2 seasons.
Jeez.
They said die.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I
again,
mean, yeah.
It's like Netflix, stop. You have good shows. Stop going die.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm definitely aware of the sort of culture with Netflix when it comes to canceling shows. Now, when it comes to shows like Cowboy Bebop, that one's for the best. That was
for the best, but to me, it's
exception. Yeah, but
it was to me because sometimes the 1st season is fucking horrible.
And but they can really fix it up in the 2nd season.
Fix it up in the 2nd season.
Right.
A good example is Titans. Holy shit! The first season is horrible.
Oh,
Once
man.
once you get to the later seasons, it's like, oh my god, it's actually good.
Wow.
So that's why I told my boyfriend, like, because he's been kind of like watching like the other DC shows. Like he finished after how many years I told him to watch. He finished, or he caught up watching Doom Patrol.
Oh, okay.
And I told him, see, Doom Patrol is good.
Mm-hmm.
He just kept avoiding the damn thing. And he's like, okay, I'm gonna start Titans. I was like, just skip season 1. He's like, am I gonna miss anything? Just skip it. Skip season 1. The first episode of season 2 is kind of like a recap story, so you won't miss anything.
I see. Okay. Oh, I mean, yeah, there's always those sort of cases, but you know,
those are like the rare cases. Like, oh god, this is so horrible. Then when you kind of like force yourself to continue, it's like, actually, this is pretty good.
Right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but damn shame, I guess, because you know, John Cho definitely wanted to make it work, but it didn't work out, unfortunately. But it is definitely for the best.
Like, again, I'm not blaming him, but
no, not at all.
Like, but his portrayal of Spike, it was like you just want to go over there and tell him, relax.
Yeah, it might have been part of the writing, but so
yeah, it probably was. Yeah, like that infinite fucking scene. Cause you're black, and I'm like, oh
my god, yeah.
It's like, how did this go past censors?
The blackmail scene.
Did you guys even proofread?
Yeah, I told you that scene was like, what the fuck?
Like, I showed that scene to my boyfriend, and he was like, did they not like? Because I know some directors, they like to act it out themselves, like to make sure the scene sounds right. It's like, did they not like pre-act this out to see if this actually makes sense? I was like, I don't think so.
Well, I'm pretty sure they even then, like, I did like multiple takes, you know, so you would figure like they would figure that this would not work.
I bet you Jet's actor was like, really?
I know. I wonder how the that actress felt. Yeah. Right? The one actually saying it, like I wonder how they felt about that. You know, man, yeah. There's definitely plenty of rough patches, you know, including Vicious and all that stuff. I mean, that whole thing.
Yeah, which again, like they showed Vicious too early. Like,
dude, too early.
That should have been a teaser for like the end of the season.
He should have just showed up by the end of the season, right? Yeah.
To set up for season 2, not like the big climax. It's like, why? Did you guys just rush through the entire thing?
Right. I mean, I guess they wanted to show like a perspective for Vicious's perspective of what he was doing in the background, but it definitely didn't work. They definitely did not write that out well, for the most part. Like, they just made him like look like they made him look weak, you know. And you can't take him as seriously as the one in the anime, of course. Even though you don't see him as much in the anime, like he kind of comes in as like a Godzilla type of thing. Like you know, he's not on the screen for that long, but when he's on the screen, it's like he's fucking menacing. You believe him. He's a threat to the galaxy or whatever, the universe, you know, by just the things you pick up on the show or whatever. Yeah. They definitely ruined another character. I forget his name, but never mind. I'm not gonna go into that too much. But they definitely like ruined more than just that character too. Like, they like changed a lot of the characters too. You know, they kind of like, I don't know, for the sake of, I don't know if it's like pandering or try to diversify or whatever, blah blah blah, whatever, man. But
yeah.
Oh well, it's been canned. Either way, I mean, it's again a damn shame, because I did like, you know, Jet Black's actor. I think he's like Mustaf something. He was like the best part of the show. You know, I think he did his best. He was Jet Black. I believe that he was Jet Black. John Cho, again, he did his best, but that wasn't Spike Spiegel to me. Some of them, there's some parts that were Spike Spiegel, but yeah, it's not the same Spike Spiegel. Same with Faye. Faye got like just they kind of missed the point of what Faye was, you know.
And again, like with Faye's character, like to me, I believe that is her battle attire. Because again, you bring in her anime attire, that thing ain't gonna fucking last.
Yeah,
that thing's gonna get snagged onto things. That thing's gonna break when she does like a body twist to shoot.
Yeah. I mean, again, like that definitely should be the least of her worries. Her character was written, rather subparly. Her character was written subparly because, I mean, another problem was that they tried to fit everything into 10 episodes, and that's not gonna fucking work. That's not gonna work, bro. 20 episodes okay, that's probably more doable, right? But yeah, like I don't even remember like the bounty stuff too as much because they like kind of just like sprinkle them in there. So I felt like I of course remember the red pill one or the red eye one, and then the drugs, and then the tree lady. That's like
the tree lady.
That's pretty much it.
Oh yeah.
Oh, and then there's the clown guy. Okay,
the clown. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's why, and I also I buried it in like so back in my head, like it's locked in behind like a door of this show. I don't remember they didn't do the alien episode, did they?
I don't think so.
If you remember, it was like that alien that came out of like the ice box that they forgot, and it was just like making everyone sick on the ship.
No, they definitely did not do that one.
Okay, if they did that, that would have kind of been a good episode, but it's like
I think that one would have worked because that definitely would have worked for that sort of show. I mean, granted, there are some moments like on a pile of this like just dirt, right? I mean, there are some diamonds in the rough, sort of. I mean, I can't say they're like diamonds, but they're more like some jewels.
They were pebbles.
No, I mean they're probably like
shiny pebbles.
They're nice looking rocks in a pile. Yeah, nice looking rocks in a pile of dirt. So, but that definitely doesn't save the show as a whole. Yeah, especially that ending, man. My God.
Like again, like I'm not blaming Ed's.
Oh, right, that part. I honestly tried to forget that.
See, you buried that.
I buried that one. But now that you brought it up, like, oh crap.
I'm not blaming her, but it's like, when you go to conventions, those really try hard like cosplayers who over accentuate what the character is. And it's like you can do that, but you don't have to over exaggerate. You can just like be natural about your excitement, like you seeing Spike Spiegel. Not go like, oh my God, you're here, we just go like, hi, my name's Ed. I like your dog. Oh my God, I need your help.
Yeah, like we get it. It's Ed, but you don't have to do everything that Ed does, right? So
yeah, if you're trying to do her noodle arms, good luck.
Yeah, all right. They would have just CG.
I know it's CGI or arms like It's like please don't.
Please don't. Yeah. I mean, and you brought up that part too about the cosplaying thing, right? Like a lot of the parts felt like it was like cosplayers that trying to act out a scene, that sort of thing.
Yeah. What are they called at conventions? Cosplay theaters, like.
Oh yeah, cosplay theater. Yeah. Pretty much.
Like some works, and then some you're like.
Yeah, it felt like a stage. It felt like a high production stage play, if that makes sense. Like a big set, right? Like a stage play with a big set, if that makes sense. Like like you see these people acting out as their character, but it just doesn't work or doesn't.
It's like they didn't understand the assignment.
Yeah,
it's like only one understood the assignment.
Yeah, like Jet Black, they have Black's actor.
Yeah.
Like most of them are kind of just like, they're kind of just
there.
Yeah. They're kind of just like playing the character for the sake of playing a character. They don't like actually like believe the character. They don't feel for the character. They don't like, and that's not their fault. That sometimes because the writing sucks. If the writing sucks, like it's hard to get into the material and stuff like that. There's a lot of factors as to what went wrong. I'm pretty sure.
Why, like, when you say the writing sucks, it brings me back to thinking of Star Wars: The Last Jedi, the character of Rose.
Yeah,
I don't blame her, but I don't know why people jumped on like
the hate wagon. Yeah,
on her. It's like it's not her fault. Did you guys not hear the director of The Last Jedi is just saying that he's not doing it for you guys? He's just doing it for the money.
Yeah, he wants to write his own. He wanted to write his own story or whatever.
Yeah,
like do away with all the lore that was built up to this. Like, okay. Like even Luke Skywalker or Mark Hamill was like, "What the fuck is this? Like, what is this?"
That's why again, it's like I don't know where people are getting this. Like the actors or actresses have a say in the stuff. It's like they do, but ultimately, it's the director's decision to listen.
Yeah.
So again, I don't blame the actress who played Rose in the Star Wars movie.
Yeah, of course.
She was just given like a really shitty ass character.
No, I know.
The director probably didn't even put like
thought into
2 seconds.
Yeah, like a thought or two into it. But yeah, that one had his own problems, right? Like that's a whole nother can of worms. But
yeah. That's why I thank J.J. Abrams
for trying to bring him
save it.
For trying to like put it back on the rail, but
yeah, that's why me and my friend who saw The Rise of Skywalker, we just told ourselves it's a piece of shit that J.J. Abrams just tried to polish.
Yeah.
It's not good, but it's passable. But it's not really his fault.
Yeah. It's
so I just hope like with this rumored new trilogy they're doing fixes.
Yeah.
Like I'm not on the bandwagon where people are saying like I want this new trilogy decanonize
that whole like
the
sequel
other,
trilogy,
the sequel trilogy. It's like no. Let's be adults. This is part of the canon.
Yeah.
Here is where they fix said canon. They're not going to do away with these events. They're going to actually
still have Rey, but like I don't know, try to make it work. I guess
I'm still pissed off that Finn was
dude. Oh my god, I felt like Finn was like the more believable Jedi, kind of like becoming.
That's why I understood where JJ was going with
with this one.
Force Awakens. It was like
Rian Johnson.
Here's our new like Finn looked like he had potential. It was like yay, Last Jedi comes. What's happening?
Just like pretty much. Like crumble up this idea and then throw it to the side.
It was pretty much like JJ's like, here you go. Here's a road map. We're going to go from point A to B. Here is your roadmap from going from B to C.
Here's some of my theory crafting comes in. Like I'm gonna put on my tinfoil hat here too. I feel like China might have played a part in this because of China tends to like give a lot of money for like these production companies, and like if you look at the Chinese posters for Star Wars, right, they don't include Finn. They like put Finn in like super in the background, or they don't include him at all. So maybe like that could of course this could all just be coincidence, but maybe that could have played a part in that. Like maybe China was like, we'll give you the money, but we don't want Finn to be the protagonist or whatever, the overall like true protagonist for this sequel trilogy, because this is this and that or whatever. But you know, and then people at Star Wars or people at Disney / Lucasfilms or whatever were just like, all right, give us the money and then we'll do it, whatever. So maybe you know, maybe that's just my tinfoil hat theory. You know, that maybe that's why they just completely unwritten Finn as the upcoming sort of Jedi, which is weird because he still had like things going on in Rise of Skywalker. Like it really still looked like he was, you know, like he was still gonna be a full-fledged Jedi because of what happens in the story still. But I don't know, maybe. And plus, like, you know, what happened in like during production and stuff like that with the actor, was it, I forget his name, is it John Boyd or something like that? I forget. It's John Boyega, excuse me, John Boyega. He was like describing something that happened in the production that was like unfortunate. I think it might have been someone else or something else, but yeah, there's a lot going on with that whole fucking shit. And it's a fucking mess. So, but anyway, that's our tangents to fill in the rest of the time. It is now what, 2 hours ish. So, I think this is a good time to end it here for now. So,
I completely missed my mouth on that.
So.
I was drinking my water, and I felt like water splash like down my neck. Like, wow, I completely missed my mouth, didn't I?
Hey man, it's fine. It's fine.
This is why God made straws, right? I messed with that thing too.
Yeah, like it like pokes you not like the face or something. Like fuck. But yeah,
it's like Jesus Christ.
Oh yeah, and then I kind of want to toss in here for this, but
no,
it's kind of important. But my heart goes out to the people in Ukraine. There's a lot going on over there, very unfortunate, and there are, you know, people I follow that I think are in Ukraine on Twitter, so you know, my prayers and stuff like that, you know, go out to them, that they stay safe and stuff like that. Like, jeez, there's a lot going on over there, you know. Very unfortunate. So,
but I do for the people of Russia protesting against this war, keep doing that, because, you know, like,
right,
they know like this is wrong, but their leaders over there
doing his own thing.
Yeah. And then for the people of Ukraine, please be safe. I saw that Twitter post where the dad was saying goodbye to his daughter.
Jesus,
he's staying back to fight, and I was like,
oh man, yeah, Jesus. Hope it'll be okay. You know, shit. Rough times, man. We're definitely still in the dark ages, man. You know, we got the pandemic still. Like, you gotta still remember we're still in the pandemic too. Like, and then now we got this going on. Like, good God, you know. But yeah, hopefully you can you know, make it through and stuff like that. And of course, the people of Ukraine and everyone else involved make it through as well, relatively in one piece. So, but anyways, that's the end of the episode. Thank you so much for tuning in and stuff like that. Next week, I mean, we'll see if we have more news to talk about, but we'll keep you all posted, I guess. So, if there's nothing to talk about, I'll let you all know on Twitter, either on Twitter or on the YouTube community post. So, yeah. So, but until then, we'll see y'all in the next one. Bye bye.
Stop biting my freaking foot.
There's the foot nibbling.
The actual goodbye.
Yeah.